guys, Shannon and little Grover, also known as Baby G. Hello everybody. We are coming to you today from Puppy Pants Town with a very, very special story. A Christmas miracle in April it occurred. And it has to do with a very, very serious medical illness / tragedy that has a happy ending. Right, Roby? Yay! So many of you have heard me talk about how connected we are with our pets. Emotionally, physically, medically, spiritually. Our pets know everything about us. And by everything, I mean everything. They will often mimic our health issues too. So here's how it all starts out. And Grover is a squirmy little worm, so we'll see how long he sits still for this video. It's usually Mare Puppy Pants that makes it through the whole video. Right, Grover? But we'll see how you do. So about 3 months ago, I guess now, Grover was not himself and he was not feeling well. And I couldn't quite figure out what was wrong with him, which was very strange because as an animal communicator, this usually comes to me very quickly. I'll know what the animal is suffering from, and then after having a conversation with the animal or the pet, I will know from them what it is that will help them. Medications that are helping, medications that are making it worse, what they see their prognosis as, what their diagnosis might be, how they're feeling. So I get answers to all kinds of questions about what our pets are thinking, and by pets I mean all animals too, whether it's wild animals or dogs and cats, birds and turtles, whomever, about how they're feeling, what they're thinking, and whatever medical illness it is that they might be suffering from. So when Grover wasn't feeling himself and I couldn't quite figure out what it was, I took him up to the emergency room. Now, of course, animal communication is never ever a substitute for veterinary care, but it is a great supplement. It is a great complement to veterinary care to find out about how your pets feel about their vets, and again, what's working or maybe hurting, and other things that may assist. So I rushed Grover up to the emergency room here, and as I sat in the parking lot, because I wasn't allowed to go in with him, I went into severe debilitating back pain, and I had to drive myself home. And I thought, boy, this is very strange. I've never had a dog in the emergency room where I also felt like I needed to go to the hospital. So I was on the phone with a friend, really writhing in pain, and I said, God, I think I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. It's like I need a shot of pain relief. And right as that happened, the vet was calling me, and I was starting to realize that Grover was sending me his pain. He was sending me what was wrong with him. So instead of the usual images or words or real fast kind of lightning feelings of what a pet is experiencing, Grover was sending me the full-blown enchilada of what he was experiencing. So the vet and I are on the phone, and he said, Shannon, we figured out what's wrong with Grover. He's having severe back pain, and we're about to give him a shot of pain relief. Here's where it gets even weirder. So I hang up the phone with the vet. I thank him. He gives Grover a shot of pain relief, and my back pain goes away. So I don't know what that says about our healthcare system, but talking to a vet over the phone and getting a shot by proxy through Grover cured my back pain, and Grover came home feeling a lot better. He started to return to his happy and healthy and playful, goofy little self, right, Grover? Then fast forward about a week, and Grover went completely paralyzed, not able to move at all, dragging his back legs. It was really quite painful to watch. He was scraping up his legs, and Grover is a fast little dude. He likes to run and play and chase after Kermit and chase after the ball, and he couldn't do any of this stuff without tearing up his legs. He had no ability to walk whatsoever, not to walk, to run, to get up and down stairs. He really couldn't do anything. It was quite heartbreaking, but Grover, to his credit, and because he's such a little champion, he really maintained good spirits. I took him to a regular vet. They suggested, who was not so good, but they suggested getting an MRI, which was thousands of dollars, and that wasn't even the surgery. That was just the MRI. There's Grover. Hi, G. So Grover and I had to make the decision about what to do for him. And as an animal communicator and his mom, it was a challenge for me to make sure that I was honoring Grover's wishes and not overlooking anything that Grover might want or need as part of his recovery. I heard Grover say, "No, Mom, don't waste your money on the MRI. The surgery wouldn't work for me anyway." And the surgery didn't have wonderful statistics about making permanent differences for dogs like Grover with the severity of his case, but it certainly was an option. And Grover just kept saying, no, 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 no. So I canceled the appointment for the MRI. I went, gosh, I really hope I'm hearing this right. And I kept hearing from Grover, I have about a 50-50, he had about a 50-50 chance of recovery. So that again is unusual because with most of my animal clients, I don't hear 50-50. I hear all different types of things, but I'd never heard that before. And I realized a lot of this was somehow going to be up to me as both an animal communicator and his mom, a new challenge of being constantly aware of what Grover needed and wanted at all times because his future, his ability to walk depended on this. And I certainly didn't want to lose Grover or watch him have a lifetime of suffering, which I would never impose on any of my pets. So here's where it gets just extraordinarily magical. Grover was paralyzed for 2 months, completely paralyzed. I heard he didn't want the wheels, but I ordered them and had them on hand anyway. I'd been taking Grover for walks in a stroller. It's the only way he could get outside. And again, he maintained good spirits. One of my regular clients called me and we did a follow-up session on his beautiful dog, Cassie, who had passed about a year or so ago. And when I had spoken with Chris, Cassie's dad, in our first session, we were reviewing her passing, her veterinary care at that time. Was there anything he could have done differently? And answering some really hard and very sad questions. But Chris felt a lot of grief relief and closure and then wanted to follow up and now kind of have a happier session with Cassie and find out what she's up to now in spirit, which is really a fun thing when we can check in on our pets and see what are they up to now. Are they just retiring? I'm getting off on a tangent. Do they have a job up there? What are they doing? So Chris had been following Grover's story on Facebook, and he very lovingly, he's a beautiful man, said, "Shannon, I'm so sorry to hear about what's happened to Grover." And I said, "Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate it." He said, "How's he doing?" I said, "Well, no change yet. It's been 2 months of total paralysis." So Chris poses the question, do you think Cassie, his dog in spirit, could help Grover? Now, I do most of my sessions by Zoom. Do you think Cassie could help Grover? So as Chris is asking the question, Cassie's already answering him and says, "Well, yes, of course. I'd be honored to help Grover." As Cassie's answering the question, tiny little Grover stood up on all of his legs, completely stood up, balanced, and wagged his tail with his head fully head high in confidence. And I went, you're not going to believe this. But just the simple loving gesture of you asking the question, if Cassie could help Grover, I'm getting a huge yes. So Chris's dog, Cassie in spirit, was able to show off through my dog, Grover, here. And within about a week, Grover made a fantastic recovery where he's able to walk and run and play and be his normal, goofy, wiggly, crazy little self. Right, Grover? Right, Mommy? So he's still recovering. He still has a little bit of lameness in his back leg, but he went from not walking for 2 months to a dog in heaven going, "I'll help you out, buddy." And now again, he's able to chase Kermit again, play ball, do all of his little Grover puppy-ish things. Truly remarkable. And then Chris followed up with the question about, can Cassie send me some signs that she's with me? Our pets are always sending us signs. And I asked Cassie, what are you going to do for Dad? What type of signs are you going to send? And she said, not only am I going to send him signs, I'm going to send him a lot of signs. They're going to be really big and unmistakable. And tell Dad, don't be surprised if he meets someone named Cassie very, very soon. Now that is super specific. And a lot of the messages I get are very specific, but this one felt imminent. And that's a pretty big deal to tell someone this is exactly what's going to happen. Sure enough, we finish the session. Chris goes to the beach with his other dogs, and up comes running a dog named Cassie. So these two powerful questions that this loving dog dad, who's so connected with his dog, poses, helps get my dog walking again, and then helps show him a beautiful sign that his dog Cassie is with him all the time and showing off. I mean, what better way to show off than to help your animal communicator's dog start walking again? So Grover and I are super excited to bring you this good news and hope. Right, Grovy? Yes. Now, of course, each animal has their own path, and not everyone has that type of miracle and happy ending, but there are all types of miracles and happy endings that are happening around us all the time, and our pets are constantly telling us what they're thinking and feeling, what they need and what they don't need. In an animal communication session, check out shannonspring.com. It can help you get answers to your questions about your pet's medical needs, behavioral challenges, emotional, and also just for fun. Right, Grover? Right. And Grover is all about fun and play and partying. Yay, Grover. Yay, Cassie. Mwah. Thank you to everyone who sent us so much love and kindness and compassion during this very, very difficult time that turned out to have just such a beautiful, magical ending. Please keep following us here on Facebook, Mayor Puppy Pants, and YouTube, Wolf Me Out. Thanks, everybody. Much love. Thanks, Grover. Yay, Grovy. Oh, and my friend, Dr. Maya Kincaid, who is the founder of Animal Communication World and a brilliant author, she had referred to Grover as a high-powered athlete. And when Grover heard her refer to him as that, he got all excited. And anything that we do to help boost our pet's confidence, just like our own confidence when we're not feeling well or going through any type of challenge, that plays such a huge part in our recovery, whether or not we think we can recover. It's really important for people to always be projecting positivity onto themselves, their friends and loved ones, and their pets, because they hear us and they know what it is that we're thinking about their recovery. So project wellness and you just might get it. Bye, everybody. Bye, Grover.